Hi guys, welcome to Coffee Curiosity lockdown video number 11. Happy Saturday morning. Today's video is about Vietnamese-ish coffee. So this week I wanted to try to make something that slightly resembled Vietnamese coffee with an AeroPress. So I could give you a really long-winded recipe on how to make it. It's basically you make an AeroPress over condensed milk. Basically, is the way of doing it with an AeroPress. They use a small Vietnamese filter, and that's what they do. But to make it at home at the moment while we're in lockdown, we just did an AeroPress over condensed milk. But due to isolation and various different things, although we managed to get a slot of a click and collect at Sainsbury's, condensed milk was not what we received. So we received evaporated milk. So I had to do a little bit of research just to work out what the difference is. Generally speaking, they're very similar. However, evaporated milk has no sugar added to it. So Vietnamese coffee is normally very sweet. This one that I made wasn't, which to be honest was pretty good in my book. That's what I liked. It was kind of had a caramelly feel to it, but it wasn't as sweet as if we'd used condensed milk. So we used evaporated milk in here. You'll see as the video runs, I'll put some subtitles on the video of how we made it, what our recipe was. Feel free to adapt and change your own recipe to get it, but let's start that with a list of all the things you need. So once you've done all the things out and ready on the table, then we start the pouring. Again, as usual, heat the vessel first, wet the filter paper. I actually use a mesh rather than a filter paper, but you get the vibe, and we'll continue. So then when I was ready to turn the AeroPress over, because I already had put the condensed milk into the glass, because you do it over the top so that they don't mix straight away, I managed to throw liquid all over the table, which you probably just saw. So my wife's looking at me because she was asking me about about a suspicious looking coffee stain. However, I didn't make the AeroPress where she found the suspicious coffee stain, which means I made a mess somewhere else at another time. But yeah, so I threw the coffee over the counter a bit, but it didn't change the taste of the coffee. What I will say, it was very caramelly, it was an odd taste, it was a little sweeter than I'm used to, but probably not as sweet as Vietnamese coffee. it was nice. It was nice. So there you go. That's how you make isolation style Vietnamese coffee with an AeroPress. And just a couple of things to add. Please go and check out Garage Coffee's podcast, which is @DialedIn on Instagram. I think you can also find it on Spotify and all good podcast available places. There's an interview with me on there, which they're going to release on Monday. Check out some of their others. I've been listening to them since they launched it a couple of weeks ago, and it's really interesting just to see what the local feel is about what's going on in the world. Other than that, happy Saturday. Have a lovely day. Stay in, stay safe, and go team. Don't stop it. Just let it record. Don't stop it. Just let it record.